You know how you know it's a hot night? Ross.
How do you know that?
Well, like
How do you know it's a hot night?
it's a hot night when you're running a fan in the middle of a live show, and we're shooting it like it's literally from 4 years ago. You know when we first started doing all this random stuff? Right? There we go. That's the same call. There we go. Has not changed one bit. Right, Yeager? Sitting down there. Good boy. If you can't hear anything, I want to talk as loud as I can. If you can't hear Ross, that's just a normal tone. Show sponsored by Miller High Life. Yo, if you want to call in, feel free. This is Facebook Live regular. So, Ross, how's life been? How's life on the sideline, Mr. Talk a Lot?
It's like,
You talking a lot. You talk more than I do these days.
Hey, you know what's funny? I get people talking back.
I know you do.
That's the whole plan.
You play that mind game psychology thing, you know.
You're all too worried about me over here on the sideline. You ain't worried about the game.
You've become the Beth Hoffman of the Warriors.
That's me.
There you go.
You can describe me however the fuck you want. You can call me that in the middle of the game.
Hey, man.
And you know what I'll say? I've done my job.
And you know what? That's all you got to do is do your job, just like Belichick said back in the day. When Seattle called the wrong play and what's his face? Malcolm Butler did his job.
Yeah.
Just like we saw on Saturday. Good evening from the YAFFL. Yaffle. Yaffle, Maffle, Affle, AFFL. You know that league we covered, that tournament I covered last year for a day? Ugh. Bad times. Better times this time around. It's a better vibe this time around than this year. At least in terms of like doing some flag games. We've had some good matchups this year, haven't we?
Well,
You saw, I'm talking some games this year. You've seen a lot of shit this year on the circuit already. You were out there up in Jersey at the beginning of the year.
I was.
What's your experience up in Jersey? What you notice up there about everybody? Who stood out to you the most?
Who stood out to me the most? Probably the people that won it.
Elite Rebels. There you go.
Yeah, for a fact. And might I say, I don't think...
Kind of repping the Elite Rebels TBT.
Well, no, I covered one Elite Rebels game.
Yeah.
The other one when they crushed the Punishers on Saturday. I remember I think that was when I had a break on Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Ocean City, I called them. The offense was struggling a little bit because I think a lot of defenses were playing very well at OC. Scorpions, Strong Island Bulldogs. Hey, Dream, I'll be honest with you, Dream had their best run at OC in my opinion. That A bracket stood out to me a lot. Like, there was a lot of good competition. We had a good comp locally, though. You know, we had that really good Demons Misfits game a few weeks ago. That classic they had. You know, it's not going to be the last time they see each other this year. That's going to become an interesting matchup, though, as time goes on. Demons have the talent. Like, what did you see last week at Demons when you were the Warriors talking your smack?
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody heard me talking my smack. They don't.
Oh, you were coming through on the live very well,
bro. If they would have caught footballs, they probably would have actually won more like they did the first time. 18, 27, something like that. What's the drop balls?
Drop balls do kill people. Drop balls kill anybody.
I'm just saying. I'm just calling it as a season.
I think,
and I'm not saying anything I didn't.
That
say
seems like an issue with a lot of Kevin Clancy's teams going back to when he was with you guys back in the day. That seemed like a habit amongst a lot of receivers among Warriors too early on. I think a lot of it is that chemistry getting down early, trying to get the routes right. The feel of the ball is different too. You go from Sean Parker throwing to Kevin Clancy. That is a whole hell of a lot difference in arm strength right out the gate. Sean can launch it, don't get me wrong, but Clancy's got that pro quarterback touch to it. And, you know, for a lot of guys, that can be a hard adjustment to make when you're used to balls being thrown a little bit differently week after week.
Yeah.
Like, I think they'll be fine come playoffs. Don't get me wrong; they had a hell of a game against you guys, but it's going to be interesting. Like I said, June always tells a different story in the Washington County Flag Football League. It's coming out with your best and having it right. And, you know, so far, the Demons, they got it close to right in that semis last year. They got to get it right this time around, in my opinion, because they had the league in the palm of their hand at the moment.
Yeah. That's why I don't want to see the Demons out there celebrating their 7-6 win over the Warriors.
They shouldn't be, but they're going to because of the fact it's a win. Win is a win. You know, a lot of former Warriors were over there. You know, that's a big win for those guys.
The game too. Kevin Clancy, Strong, Matt.
It's familiar, but you know that's
among a few.
That wasn't evident when you had the split of the Washington County KFFL season. You know, there was no Warriors in the fall of 21.
I'm not making excuses over here for us. We're almost.
It's recruiting.
7-6 loss.
You guys honestly are playing extremely well for a team that is a bunch of like randoms week after week. Tyler is putting together a hell of a performance in that quarterback position week to week. And defense as well. Like that defense against Demons played excellently. Trey was all over the place.
I know.
Trey was locking it down.
Yeah.
Like Trey was coming in the pools. Kyler Todd went two ways. He was making the pools he needed to.
Center, dog.
He played center. You know, that's big for him.
That has to be the most underrated center.
Kyler Todd has played center. He's played quarterback. Yeah. No,
somebody should sign him on a 5-man team for center.
You know who played center in high school? Mr. Spade.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
For people who don't know.
For people who went to Boonesboro, which I don't know who.
Super Spade.
Or he went to Smithsburg back in the day. He was a Leopard. We should bring back alumni. I miss alumni. Not tackle alumni though. That's not going to work at this point. Brunswick can have tackle. We should do a flag alumni. That'd be cool. Everybody get a high school team, a high school 9-man team of guys who went to their school, and you know if there were certain guys who couldn't get on a team that lived within that area, maybe they could jump on, like within proximity. Like that'd be cool to see. I'd just see something like that. Reinvest in the high schools. That's the biggest key about 9-man is that you got to create a route for those young kids that come out of high school right out the gate. That was the one thing Washington County was always good at when it came to bringing in new talent from South or Williamsport or North. You got to give credit to those teams back in the day that did that. The Miller Lights, the Bulldogs. Give credit to the Red Knights as well. Teams back then who played local. Even the X-Dogs to this day do that. And, you know, Spartans did a really good job of bringing in young talent. Like, that's the biggest key, I think. I'd like to see more younger talent right now. Because a lot of us are, man, we really are in our 30s, aren't we?
Yeah.
Life really changed fast, didn't it? It's like you don't even notice this stuff. And then all of a sudden, it's like, here we are. I'm having fun right now, though, because there's a lot of good stuff going on in league play. Warriors beat the Bees. Congratulations, Ross. You got your revenge for Ned, finally.
I sure did.
Yeah, you did.
I sure as fuck did, didn't I, Joey?
We got to go over the footage here. Like, we've been saying it for a while.
Now, hey, look. Me and the Bees are now touchdown for touchdown equals phantom touchdown versus too many men on the field touchdown after they scored one.
What do you mean phantom touchdown? It's film up.
Phantom touchdown, the 5-man tournament. You know exactly what I'm talking about, dog. We are now even.
I don't know about no phantom touchdown, dog. All I know is the Bees beat you in that 26-20 epic at the fairgrounds. Courtesy of that big pick six early on that set the Warriors down 20-0 in the beginning of the game. Like, you got...
Nope. That's not how that game went.
There's film, man. It's just...
There's not film.
It got lost.
There has never been...
It got lost in the mail.
Oh, it got lost. So that means there's no film.
You gotta... It's supposed to...
Like I said, me and the Bees are even.
I'm glad now. I kind of hope there's another game come playoff time. It's tough because standings-wise, a lot of guys ain't budging. Tomorrow's going to shape it up big time.
They better have somebody over there on the sideline.
They got Boone over there.
They better have somebody over there controlling.
Can we go back and look at that TBT team photo and see how many of those players we want to play for Bees after that? TBT, you know. I give them props, so that's smart. But let's be real here. Bees are doing better. They kicked Chaos's ass pretty bad that next game. Was that supposed to be a revenge game? Was that what I was told?
That's what I heard. That was supposed to be a wild game with Chaos. I thought Chaos was going to kick their fucking ass, but...
Tanner Carty had a touchdown.
Oh, boy.
Exclamation point.
Oh, boy.
I missed it, though. I'm kind of mad.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I was...
Wait, were we still there?
I think we were rolling. I think it was after we left because he made that post. Like,
oh,
hey,
that's right.
Hey, I'll give it to him. The Bees I think the Bees are up 2-0 in this series so far. So Chaos is down 2-0. They got 2 more games left in the regular season. They could still meet in the KFFL playoffs and the Washington County playoffs. And if they tie at 3, you know what I'm going to do? If neither of them are playing for anything else, we're going to have a Game 7 final to settle it all. Right now, Bees up 2-0 in this best of 7, in my eyes. Because you know they're going to probably play playoffs in the way your bracket's looking. That's a guaranteed 3rd game.
Yeah, you probably right.
Well, that's the way it's looking because the Warriors right now, look at that standings. The Warriors sitting at 2-2. The Warriors are 2-2.
Wow. Well, I'll be the first one to say it. How?
You guys have been the weirdest 9-man football team out of the last 3 years of covering the sport.
The Demons only beat us by 1 point.
But Demons didn't have all their guys.
I don't want to hear
You guys had all your guys.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think you can compete next time around, but we'll see. You guys want to worry about them, maybe, because they're ahead of the Misfits right now by a full game plus the head-to-head.
Right.
So technically, that's a 2-game edge. Demons can clinch that first-round bye with a win this week. So far, they don't have the first-round bye yet. That could be a mess if the Warriors were to somehow rise up and finish 5-2. You don't need to listen to me while I'm talking. They're down. There we go. Oh,
I didn't even know you were live according to Facebook until Ed Guerrero just got it.
Ed Guerrero with that demon emoji.
That's my dog, man.
That's my dog too, man. I taught that kid how to push carts back in the day.
Yeah, that's my dog.
And I told him he should join 9-man football because it's a rising sport.
He's on Rampage.
He
He's doing big
is.
things over there. He's making smart moves.
He don't remember that, but like that was something that happened back in that one time I worked with him.
He's making smart moves.
I'm happy to see him make the moves because Ed is like a good kid. He's well coached. Guy is built like an A lineman. He's been playing up in the B bracket. He was starting for Rampage in Ocean City. I'm proud of Ed and the progress he's made over the last couple of years.
I saw him up in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Talk a bunch.
Dude, he's good. He's a good guy, man.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah. I'm proud to see the growth he's had and going out there and playing. And I'm glad to see younger kids like him get out there. Hopefully anybody from his high school or anywhere like that can come back up.
Jace boys.
Yeah.
Jace?
Middletown.
Yeah, I was saying,
Yeah.
Locals around here, man.
Yeah, I think they're both from Middletown now that I think about it.
Knows Middletown very well.
I think Ed was Middletown that time period too.
Jace is from Boonesboro, dog.
That's what I was hearing. I don't know how true that is.
Pretty sure that.
Ask him, man.
Hey, Ed. Hey, Demon. Jace is from Boonesboro, ain't he?
Does that mean he's...
bro.
I mean, he was already a Warrior last year. Big part of that offensive line and the stuff. Some of you guys are lacking right now is O-lineman. But you got Sooners back, you got Todd, you got Moats. If you just give Tyler the opportunities, Tyler is the wild card of this team right now. That's what I said, Middletown. Yeah, he was Middletown.
He was?
Middletown, class of 16. Because I remember he was like, he had told me he had just finished high school when I first met him way back. I don't think he recalls that meeting at all, though. I only do it because I remember making the same Eddie Guerrero reference in my head, like, both times. And that's when I realized who it was that time I saw him at a Warrior practice. Or was it a Villains game? Probably both. They're all blurs to me after a while. Nah, but like that kid's balling out, like both him and Jace. I'm glad to see a lot of Frederick County kids getting involved. Like, I really hope we see more of that.
I'd like to see Jay Stroud.
Yep. He does remember that. Wegmans way back in 16. I want to say he was my replacement for Helping Hands, and then he like bailed like a week or two later for better opportunities.
Good for him.
He made a good decision. He made a good decision.
Good for him. That's why I said that's my boy.
No, I'm way too close to the camera. I'm sorry, guys. Won't do that again. Sit back. What's up, Jaeger?
You got the old Ross Collins angle.
Yeah, I don't like that angle. Nah, but like, Demons are balling out right now. I guess we can talk about teams. Number 6 is Top Gun, 0-3.
Ooh.
They're back this week. They got Chaos in the morning.
Can we get to predictions then? Who you think's going to win that game?
No, I'm doing the rankings, though.
Yeah, I know.
Also, happy like 5 years since I started doing this.
Top Gun versus Chaos.
Dude, let's think about this.
Ooh, that might be the best game of the year.
I think it's going to be competitive.
It's going to come down to whoever scores last.
Well, who's showing up for Top Gun? What's Top Gun?
I have no idea.
Ricky Miller is supposedly done, according to what everybody was saying at the field.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Steven Renner is playing, and I actually think Steven did really well in this game. But what are the pieces Steven's working with?
Right.
What's around him? Does he have Danny on his left side helping out? Does he have Brandon Michael and Sente fully invested? Are they going to be there? Are they going to be busy with other stuff? Is life going to get in the way? Is the Brunswick guys part of it? What is this team?
Right.
You got a third of the West Virginia Ducks. You got a third of Brunswick. And you got less than a third at this point of Top Gun.
Right.
At one point, they don't even bear any resemblance to Top Gun. When I hear Top Gun, this is not what I think of. It's kind of a team that's in need of an identity change. What? It's not Top Gun. Top Gun was Ricky Miller throwing to Gary Little and Ryan Lockhart and Shad Jenkins.
They haven't even been around for a while.
They had Austin Brining in the backfield.
For you to say 3 games in, they need a...
They had Gary.
Change, that's wild.
But here's the thing, though. What is this team?
I don't disagree, but that's wild.
Well, what is this team? They got the Brunswick guys, and they got the West Virginia...
I don't know how to
I've been saying it for a while.
I'm not saying
it's
I
time.
disagree.
It's time. Danny's
Wow.
got to take this team over and make it the Ducks. It's been 5 years since we beat too much talent, and I think it's time the Ducks make a comeback. Steven Renner's time is now. It should have been 5 years ago. Should have been 6 years ago against Ruckus. But honestly, if Steven can step up and play like the Steven Renner I know he can play like.
He played QB for Ruckus.
He did. And that year, he tied Cody Snavely with the second most wins in the league.
Wow.
Yeah. Chris Boone was first. You look at it.
Wow.
Steven could go out there and ball. I've seen it firsthand. Steven did really well, I thought, for a guy who really hadn't gotten the reps in years.
Yeah, he knew when to run.
Yeah, like, he's still got his instincts down. He's still got his playmaking ability down. I think with Top Gun, though, they got to figure out what they are. Because you take Top Gun for Ricky, is it Top Gun? Because Top Gun was 2 tight ends, running crossing routes, running back.
I'm not arguing.
What is this team?
I'm just saying it's wild.
I want to see
It's
it like
wild to say. I'm not disagreeing.
Will they be the West Virginia Ducks or will they be the Brunswick Assassins? Or, sorry, Railroaders.
Who also had a Ruckus sprint.
Ruckus needs to come back.
Ruckus is done more.
Nah, nothing truly ends. I have faith. Number 5 is Chaos.
Chaos. Purely chaotic.
Chaos, who played earlier today, actually. Up in the Keystone Flag Football League in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. So I don't know why I got my announcer voice there. Tight end U. I miss tight end U, Gary. Like, that time period was the best for Top Gun. Especially, like, that team after spring of 17, the fall team. Like, you threw in Sensei and B Mike and Cocho and them at that time. That was a good team. I want to see that team come back a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm also in favor of the Ducks. But that's my own personal bias. Going back to it, Chaos today had 2 games. They beat Suicide Squad up there. I don't have a score. And then they lost to the X-Dogs. I don't have a score.
Oh,
Gary had 2 touchdowns in those games, though. I saw he posted. Gary's balling out. He's back out there tomorrow morning, too, for Top Gun. Gary's been balling for years. Like,
oh yeah. No.
He is going to be the unsung hero of his team because you need a guy like him to be one of your receivers to make those plays. And if Steven can get a report down with him and get a report down with the other receivers, well, that's it. They got weapons. Like B-Mike is still a viable weapon on offense. He could be a rusher on defense. You know, Sente could be is a good tight end option. You put him with Gary, you know. But go back to Chaos. Sorry, I got a little off topic again. Chaos 1-1 today. They'll be back out there tomorrow. Top Gun is their first game. They have been struggling. 21-0 X-Dogs. Oof. Okay, not the best no, but X-Dogs is that 6? No, that's nothing. My bad. 28-0 against Suicide Squad. What happened to Suicide Squad, man? Was Sean there today? I'm hoping York can bring out another team soon. Like, I like to see the guys come out more often. I like what Suicide Squad's been doing up there, at least what they're trying to do it, at the very least. Chaos, not doing so well so far. They're trying to do Virginia Beach. I hope that works out. I think the potential is there. You know, you got young talent, you got a good core, you got some good veteran experience. It's just a matter of finding a cohesive unit, putting it all together, and winning the games you need to. Tomorrow they got Top Gun in the morning. That's a swing game for both sides. Neither team has a win yet. Winner gets their first win, and that could really alter the playoff picture a little bit because that would allow Top Gun to slide to that number 5 spot and put Chaos down to number 6. Right now, we could be trending to a Killer Bees Killer Bees Chaos 3rd game, but it could still be Killer Bees Top Gun Warriors Chaos. Anything's still possible this season. No one has truly clinched anything yet. Demons can clinch, like I said, a first round bye with a win tomorrow when they play Chaos in the next game. They can also claim the 1 seed with another win after that next week against the Top Gun. Misfits have not clinched anything yet. They're sitting one game above the Warriors right now. That's the game of the week tomorrow is Misfits Warriors, believe it or not. If only because of the fact, like, it's just like it's like Top Gun Chaos. You got 2 games tomorrow that are going to be jousting for position. Because the winner of Top Gun Chaos will be the number 5 team in the league, if there is a winner. And the winner of Misfits Warriors will be sitting in 2nd place. Yes, Ross, the Warriors have a shot at 2nd place. What is happening here?
That's how we roll, dog.
You guys are, I don't know how y'all going to make it.
We'll see. With the bare minimum.
But, like, I look forward to those 2 games tomorrow. Those are 2 really good matchups. Top Gun and Chaos. Battle for 5th.
Be out there dunking on people and they don't even realize it.
Tyler's going to say right now on that play. He's balling. I'm looking forward to that, though. It's going to be good. Talking about number 4, Killer Bees. They play today as well. Cramp Central beat them down pretty bad, 32-12.
Ooh.
Last week, though, they beat down on Chaos 27-7. So, Bees batting 500. You know, it's not too bad entering this week. They're going to have to do the best of all against the Misfits. They played them really well back at week 1, but we'll see how many guys they get out there. The Bees get close to a full squad. That'll be a really good game. Watching the Bees last week, Ross, what are some things you noticed that stood out to you the most? While you talk, I'm going to get up. Talk over it. What you notice?
What did I notice?
Yeah.
Miss satellite control. Bunch of bullshit. Feeding into our bullshit. That actually helped us out. TJ got himself ejected from the game. Yeah, that was a wild game. That was a wild one.
Bro,
that was a wild one.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That was a crazy game. I kind of want to see another referee from an outside area's opinion on that Beast play. Should Ron Savage have been called as the 10th man on the field? I think from a director's standpoint, I would go with he shouldn't be because of the fact he's not media. He is in the same colors, so I get that.
Yeah.
That could confuse anybody.
I'm confused why
Now
you said he shouldn't be.
No. I was saying he should not have been on the field, Ross.
Oh, okay.
You mishear me a lot these days.
No, you said.
Uh-huh. You're all right, bro. Anyways,
so
I
you're saying he should have been called.
I agree with that. If it's interfering with the play, like I said, I gotta go back and watch it. You told me that's how you described it to me. On the field, all I paid attention to was a touchdown. I'd have to go back and watch where he is. I do believe if he is in the play in general, it is interference.
Right in the middle of the end zone.
Yeah. You know, I often say sidelines should be clear past the 20 of almost anybody, even if it's another team, because it could be interference easy.
That's the rule here.
Yeah, I get that.
That's always been the rule here is you can't go past the 20 unless
that seems proper to me. I kind of wish we can get someone officiating wise to chime in on that, whether it be a Zarek or a Bonnie.
So not even to say just past the 20, he was literally in the middle of the end zone.
Yeah.
And then he backed up when I first said it. So he knew he could be called for it too. So that's even my revenge on Ron Savage for getting that F-word bomb on me, which I got suspended for a game and a half for.
Oh, you're talking about that Ruckus Warriors game way back?
Me and Ron were cool. He even told me that after the game. He was like, that was your revenge on me too for getting that bomb penalty on.
Can we talk about top 5 weirdest games in the last 5 years of us doing this? Is that Ruckus Warrior game? Yeah, gee. And the dog ran onto the field?
Yeah.
Kyle
on the field. Renee called me for an F-bomb penalty after Ron Savage literally said it right in front of his face.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy. That's a wild day.
Yeah. Ron was like, that was your revenge on me too, and I was like, you're right.
That's a good time. Who else we got coming up on this list?
And then
you go ahead.
That was the same game where we scored a touchdown. Tyler argued for going for 2 or all that. That took like 5-7 minutes at least too.
Yeah, that rule.
That took at least 5 minutes.
Technically, by rule, if he declared, I always thought that he could not change it.
Yep. I've always said
that's what I always
thought. Kick and you never want to declare anything.
Yeah.
You just go undeclared and do what you want to do.
I would just go undeclared no matter.
My understanding of the rule is you always just want to go undeclared, do what you want to do. Fourth down.
I think another thing is, I think by hold on. I also think by rule, even if you declare for 1, you cannot declare for 2 after that. But I don't know. I can't. I gotta actually read what that rule book states, and I gotta see what the opinion of a ref is. I'm basing this on how I've seen it applied in actual other games. Because I've heard it said before, they cannot change it once they declare it.
Did we ever declare it?
I don't know. That's tough. That's got to be evaluated.
That game was wild.
We got to get further context on that.
And the stories we beat the bees. He's number 4.
Bees?
He's number 3.
Y'all.
Yeah,
Got your sig. There you go.
Picked it up.
You got the win over the Bees. You got that win over Top Gun.
Yep.
You almost beat the Demons.
2 Demons.
The Demons beat you the first time pretty bad.
18 to nothing or
19 nothing.
19 nothing.
Kind of like TBT Villains 1.
And then 7-6.
Yeah. Me personally, in my opinion, the way I look at it is, the Warriors need bodies, but they could conceivably win on thin numbers if you manage it the right way. I mean, look at what Wolverines did last year.
We did.
Yeah.
We're 2-2, bro.
It's all about playoff and what you can do on that playoff Sunday. You know, I don't think it'll beat the
Tyler
Misfits
Spencer
or the
at
Demons.
QB.
Tyler's doing a great job. Tyler is balling the fuck out right
I
now.
agree,
Bro.
especially with the line that he's had been faced with.
Dude, it's insane how good Tyler's been. Like, literally.
I mean, big shout out to Kyler Todd playing center, Gary Thomas when he shows up.
It is a wild roster with a lot of positions.
Moats play in line, which he used to hate doing.
You gotta do what you gotta do. It's one of those
man.
seasons.
It's one of those seasons.
Maybe you can make that comeback.
I remember after the first week, everybody was like, Tyler's not really your QB, right? And I was like, you just saw him play QB, right?
It worked. 2-2. Some might not like it. It's questionable, but you know what? It's working.
He's getting done.
He's playing smart ball. He just needs some extra help and timing.
Oh, Clancy.
Clancy came out there, made his first appearance against the Warriors in 3 years. How do you think Clancy did out there?
I think Clancy did all right. There, like I said, there's a lot of drop balls.
Yeah, like I said, it
There's
was.
nothing I didn't say while I was at the field, too.
You got to also think you're going from Parker to Clancy, and it's almost a
Learn how
different
to catch.
receiving core. Yeah. Well, I always say though, it does affect your timing when you have a quarterback who throws a little
There
harder.
was some chemistry issues.
There is, yeah, and that's something I think Kevin has struggled with everywhere he's gone with a lot of squads. Like, you know,
He's working with the same
Yeah.
people he worked with last time we got here.
yeah, but he's also a guy who's got to keep playing that. And that is
center.
that is something, you know, that was
receiver.
something I heard a while back about Clancy. He's somebody who, when you watch him play, and I agree with the assessment, he needs to play it more consistently to get into a rhythm because of the pro style he comes from.
Yeah, I agree.
That accumulates his play. I think if you give Kevin Clancy all the reps he needs for Demons, long term he'd be a great quarterback, but is that the direction, or is Sean Parker the direction, or is it both?
Right.
What is this team? You know, that's not a bad thing though, because they're undefeated. No one's beaten them yet, and they can clinch that first round bye on Sunday,
Right.
clinch the 1 seed on Memorial Day weekend, and then just sit there, relax, playoff time. We'll see who they draw. But talking about the Warriors, you guys have a shot against Misfits tomorrow if Tyler can manage the game and if the right personnel can show up.
Yeah.
I don't know what Misfits will have. That's a question. What will Misfits have?
That is a question.
It's an interesting season. Like I said, everybody is in a weird place right now. Demons have found the talent to come together and be the best team in the league. Misfits still have a great squad. You know, I don't think we've seen everything yet.
Yeah, probably not.
We'll see. They got a lot of retro reps in Baltimore right now too. They've been playing there the last couple of weeks. They're going to be back tomorrow for the doubleheader of Warriors and Bees, which, you know, Warriors, first time they met since that 2020 game where the Warriors beat the Misfits. Remember that. Clancy
That
found
is
Tyler
correct.
Spencer for the game-winning touchdown at the
That
end.
is correct.
Yeah. Lonzo was quarterback that day for the Misfits.
What's our
A little
overall
different
record, Rich?
compared to Tay Sosa. What's that? Misfits? 1-1.
Warriors and Misfits.
1-1.
No, I thought no, we didn't beat them
No,
back in the day.
You beat them in 20, but they beat you all in 18. You probably you want to forget the 18 game, though.
Yeah, I remember that was North, and I had to roll out. I literally rolled out like as the game was going. I think I had a wedding or some shit.
41-6 Misfits.
Dang. Totally different Warriors team, too. Totally different Misfits team. Really.
That's a
Didn't think about
really
it.
different time in the whole league, really.
There's a whole bunch of Warriors over there on the Misfits, too. If you want to talk about Demons and Warriors.
Yeah, but who's really whose guy at this point? Everybody claims
I
everybody.
don't know. Carlos and Chad, I'm kind of.
You know,
I'll go ahead and say it. I'm kind of.
Hey, I ain't gonna, you know what? Let me use that same logic. It frustrates me when I see all the TBT players playing on every team in the league.
But that was TBT, though. And it
I
worked.
know, that was the whole idea.
And it worked beautifully.
It was.
It worked really good.
I sucked though as a coach. Dead ass. I'm trash.
You were no coach, bro.
I was trash in general, bro.
You were no coach. That was my job. Falser!
I just remember you shutting down Zach Ruby in the Browns game.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah. Player coach.
KFFL 2020 was like a really bad acid trip.
How
week.
we won that? That was cool.
Boone sniping all the killer
That was
bees,
cool,
DBs.
man. That was cool.
Boone's a sniper. Like, that just showed me. He stood there with one
That was
foot
my
and
last
just
season.
destroyed everybody.
Everybody said Jace killed me, but that's not what happened.
Jace broke you like Bane broke
That
Batman.
is not what happened.
That's what happened, dog. I witnessed it.
Nope.
Just like in the Avengers, we sacrificed Iron Man in order to defeat Thanos and win the Keystone Flag Football League that season. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten, Ross Collins. We will.
I played center and everything. Corner. I
Yeah,
remember playing center and Boone's like, man,
I remember Gary calling
would you
Griffin.
line
the
up
ball.
straight?
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, I don't play center, dude. We just gonna have to deal with what I got. That might be over here, it might be over there. It might be right to you, and you just never know.
Summer Scissor was a good time too. I like Summer Scissor.
TBT was a great team
TBT was fun.
all the way through.
I had fun with that.
I did too.
I'll never be that. I'll never have a good team like that again.
That
Though.
first
That
team,
is.
chilling on the sidelines,
It's okay, Ross. You can admit that we were drinking Dr. Pepper.
everybody just had a good time.
And that's what it's all about. We want fun. And, I was like, you make a load. My bad. But to be dead ass honest with you in a realistic way, Ross,
Here we go. What?
it's going to be an interesting week ahead.
We didn't even really finish it out. So number 2 is Misfits. Number 1 is still Demon.
Not much else to say, but that's what it's looking like. Playoff scenarios. Top Gun and Chaos is playing for the 5th seed right now. If Top Gun wins, they'll play Bees in the first round in the projections.
Yeah, let's get to this.
Yeah.
What's the schedule for tomorrow?
It's going to be Top Gun Chaos at 8 a.m. That's going to
Who
be
you
for
got?
5th place at the moment. I got Top Gun winning. I believe in my boy Steven.
I got Chaos.
You got Chaos?
I do believe.
Let's see what happens. Chaos needs to step up a little bit. Like, that Bees game was pretty disappointing for a team that wanted revenge.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you can't come out and get blown.
I'm not gonna argue that.
You can't want revenge and get blown out. That's some Z-Man stuff there.
I can't argue that.
Come on, guys, you're Chaos, not UNR.
They even told me the toilet paper symbol was gone and all that, and they still went out and crap the bed.
But it was chaotic.
They tried to get TJ out of there too.
TJ Williams?
Yeah, he kept asking me if he was out for the next game. I was like, I don't have no call on that. I'm 25% over the Warriors at this point. Like, what you want me to do? Long story short, he wasn't out, and he went out there and scored 3 touchdowns?
2, I think. I think Tanner had a pick. I got to talk. We got to talk
Yeah,
to Tanner.
Yeah, pick 6?
I think so. I was, bro.
Yeah,
you left.
I don't
you
know,
left.
man,
You left when
man.
I left. Remember?
Yeah.
Because I had the migraine and I had to leave.
Yeah.
I felt like garbage.
I had the bag full of ankle and knee braces and wrap, and ended up being in the bag full of trash.
Second game is Demons Chaos.
Demons, yeah. Who you got in that one?
Demons.
Me too.
Yeah.
If they learn how to catch, they'll probably.
Oh look, we're
34
gonna get that Cram Central Chaos pseudo rematch this week. Does that count as part of it technically? Is Cram Central going to be rolling up to destroy Chaos? Yeah.
I feel like it should.
Yeah. Who do you got between Demons and Cram Central?
Scram Demon.
Cram Central has Tyler though.
Scram Demon.
Okay. Same joke over and over. Broken record. Zoom, 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 zoom.
Yep, Scram Demon.
Shake my head.
You
Okay.
got that. I feel like that's a better question for the people that play on that team.
I have no idea. I have not been in KFFL all
I'm
year.
not the one to ask.
Except for that
question.
one week where I just rolled up just to talk smack on Keith's Live. Hey, KFFL today. Some good games.
Ask that Guerrero. Where did he go? He's still here?
Nah,
Ask him who he's got in that game.
I don't know. Let's keep going. Demons I got over Chaos because Chaos wants revenge on them, I guess, too, because they're I don't know. The multiverse of 9-man in the I-81 corridor can be very confusing sometimes. We're in another realm, Ross Collins. Where are we? Things are getting very strange around here.
Twilight Zone. In all facets of life, really.
Ever since the snap.
Yep, I know snap.
It's a good Photoshop. I wouldn't suggest that to somebody. Multiverse is very confusing. Very confusing. Where are we? Oh yeah, third game. Misfits Warriors.
I'm not allowed to vote.
That's right. That's a dumb question, Joey. I got Misfits big. Nah. Misfits by 2 touchdowns. I think Tyler and company will put up a fight. It's just a matter of what the Misfits bring out, you know? Misfits have to put a lot of energy in the Baltimore play and here. And, you know, it's going to be what's the fatigue of travel? What's the energy?
Yeah.
You know, it's a little different. Get up to play the Warriors as opposed to playing main event. 2 different energies. Big time.
Louis talking shit.
Louis is like it could be. I think it's gonna be a good game. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be there to record it if I don't die. If someone else wants to record tomorrow on some games, feel free.
I don't even think I'm coming out tomorrow, bro.
I want to come out. I'm tired. I've been driving around all week. You can tell how tired I am because I put no effort into decorating this show tonight.
Yeah, man, this stuff.
I'll probably drive. I'm just tired. That's the best explanation. I'm gonna be napping.
Yeah, why?
I ain't going to bed. I'll be sleeping on the Warriors though.
I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Warriors by 2 touchdowns. You want a non-official vote?
My honest, truthful, personal opinion: Misfits pull away late. 4th game of the day: Misfits and the Killer Bees.
Dude, we got to hurry these games along.
Run the clock is my suggestion. Like, y'all can argue all you want, but let that clock run because, in my honest opinion, you can petition some things, but other things you gotta just let it roll, let it go, guys. After a while, you gotta let it go.
Hey, Guerrero got a touchdown today. Why is he just now letting this out?
Oh shit, bees have been napping. Damn, Ed.
Got a tubby today.
Boone throw that to him because Boone's Cram Central's quarterback.
I don't know, he might have pick 6. That top Tanner Carter's pick 6 and WCFSL game. Let's tell you that. Yep. See, I think you got pick 6.
You mean mug the fuck out of here, boy, too? Brian Rampage. Oh, okay. Archer threw it. Archer threw it to Archer threw a touchdown to
Wait, hold up.
The Killer
Was that
Bee.
playing?
Yeah.
Did y'all talk about that before you got to the game? That sounds suspect as fuck.
Damn bees. Damn bees. Damn bees.
Damn, y'all getting cheated, don't even know it. See? You know what I'm saying? Sideline patrol. I'm just saying.
Bees have 2 KFFL championships, though. Come on.
What?
Don't disrespect the Bees'
What, back
success.
when Peyton Manning won his championship too?
Nah, Peyton was long retired by then. But you gotta look
extra
at
point. There's no way you ran an extra point all the way back, Ed. Good playing.
nah. Extra point. Oh, okay. Still counts. Fake. It was a fake one. Okay, you get one for that. That's okay. I can have
All
it.
right. Out there pulling me liability.
All right. Let's say the season ended today. Who would you have winning between Chaos and Bees in a playoff game?
Chaos.
Chaos, really?
Yep.
You've been a big supporter of Chaos this year.
I wouldn't call it that, but
Are you starting to warm up to them?
over the bees. Over the bees. They're about to get a tournament.
Bees are trying to enter Virginia Beach too.
Yeah.
Who is going to?
Chaos was already in.
Who is going to Virginia Beach? You got. I feel like we're going to have a good tournament down there. Bees are talking about going. Chaos is. I know they're going to be doing a whole other big open event down there for other styles. That should be fun. I do think teams should go down if they can. Like, just to very at least enjoy the whole tournament atmosphere, the other styles happening too. It's going to be a big deal. UFL Virginia Beach in June 25th and 26th, 2022, next month coming up. We went for one. Good stuff, man. Who do you think wins Team Warriors and top? No, wait, never mind.
Yeah. I think we've already proved you on who wins that one.
So, X-Dogs and Cram Central battling for KFFL very soon. That's going to be a good one. I'm excited. I wish both of those teams could come down to Washington County. See you next season. Man, I'm really out of it. So it's been, what, 5 years since we started this? Today? Crazy.
It's just a 5-year anniversary, Joe.
Yeah, it is. We did it pretty cheaply. Best team in the last 5 years you've
Did you
seen?
say we did it pretty cheaply?
Yeah.
Man.
I didn't really try.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can see your standpoint, but the roof over your head right now ain't cost.
No, I'm talking about this episode.
Ain't been too cheap for
No,
me.
I'm talking about this episode, though. Oh. Well, I'll buy your house from you if you want me to.
Go ahead.
How much you want?
In the no, we going market price. It's nobody.
No, look.
I can make money right now on this house.
Look, I'll
promise you that.
Look, how about this? How about this? $1 a month every year for the rest of my life. Plus interest. Could be fun tomorrow. Best team in the last 5 years you've seen?
Best
Best
as far as
team.
what? Just
Washington County.
In the last 5 years?
Yeah.
I mean, how can you argue Broadax? How
I
many
feel like
championships have they won in the last 5 years?
They had two. They had, well, since spring of 17,
three?
I'd say 3, yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Them and ADR
3 out of the
were
last 5
3,
years? Yeah, ADR has 2.
They had 3. 2 in 19, 1 in 18. AFN had 1, and Misfits had 1.
Alright.
Yeah. X-Dogs as well.
I
X-Dogs.
go right back to my original statement. How can you argue Broadax?
They were consistent the most at that time period. ADR, I think, takes that credit too. Like, they both were very good. It got towards the end where ADR, I feel like, pulled away a little bit, but I would have liked to have seen how it would have fared if you would have had some of the Broadax guys from last spring's team measure up and play against an ADR team that would have been there down the road as well. I think that would have been a good matchup.
Right.
Like seeing with that Broadax team with Lucas and TJ and Coley and everything else and how they did.
Right.
That helped out a lot. There's a lot of good matchups that I've seen over the years too. What's the best game you remember?
Over the last 5 years, best game?
Yeah.
I'll let you go first on this one.
In county?
Yeah, if we're going county strictly, I'll let you go first on this one. It's the best game you've seen in the last 5 years of county.
You know what's crazy? Program and Tri-State Spark, my last game.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them.
That was a battle.
It was a very good game.
That got heated too.
One of my favorites is Warriors' first win in the top game.
Warriors ADR is a good game too.
Yeah.
To the semifinals.
Greencastle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of biased. So.
Ruckus and Program 7-0 game in overtime.
Yeah, that was good too. AFN.
AFN Warriors had a good game in spring 18.
They did. I wasn't gonna say it.
That was a wild ass game.
that was a true grit game.
Yeah, that was two.
Everybody was just beating the shit out of each other.
That's those games you look forward to.
That's how we rolled those. That's how they rolled that time. We were good with it. I love good.
Who wins between? You think if Doom Squad didn't play ADR, they'd still be here? Or do they ever leave?
No.
No?
They were terrible.
Doom Squad was doomed like this
They
whole
were
episode.
terrible.
Best jersey?
AFM Red? Probably my first choice. I don't know though. I'm always biased for it. So. What's yours?
You're gonna think I'm crazy.
Go ahead.
Best jersey, in my honest opinion, last
5 years.
5 years, going back to spring of 17, was Program's white jersey. I always thought that was a sick look.
That's not bad.
Program had the best color scheme of any team in my opinion. I liked black and I liked that blue. I liked that white.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're talking about the white with the.
Yeah, I like the white. I like that blue. Yeah, that was fresh.
I can dig it.
I liked Top Gun's camo too. That was, but it was kind of a weird direction turn from the gray in my opinion. Okay, let's talk about worst team you've seen in the last 5 years.
Doom Squad.
You think Doom Squad could beat UNR, or you think UNR crushes them?
I think UNR wins that game. UNR at least had the numbers, man.
They had Trail too.
Doom Squad literally have Warriors playing for them that we had to. I say Warriors, but I think it was just an 8 Padilla at that time. And then didn't Cortez play for them?
They had Dane, Cortez, Trey.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like Cortez played for
Brandon
them.
Michael.
Yeah.
They had some random girl.
UNR, they had a girl play for them. Yeah, Doom Squad
times.
has to be the worst team in the last 5 years. I don't know how you would argue that.
Worst game you've watched in Washington County?
Oof. I'll let you go first on that one too.
That Ruckus Warriors game where neither team was trying to win.
Was that the first ever Warriors game?
Nah, 7-6 in spring of 18 where the play calling was Shob and Frank combined for 7 picks, I want to say. I want to say the final score was 7-6.
Yeah,
I just remember it was terrible.
That was pretty bad.
It was one of those games where I kind of wanted to be over.
Any Doom Squad game.
Honestly, ADR Doom Squad was a very entertaining
The Doom Squad game where I watched a bunch of other people from other teams play for them and the girl.
What about the first game where they played ADR? I have it.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
That's bad.
63-0.
There you go. That's the worst game.
Nah, that one had entertainment value at least. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. I just like seeing them like when that stuff happens because it's curious, like to compare teams like that. It's one of those. It shouldn't have happened, but it was bad circumstances. Yeah. It's just a shame because like you should never open with a team who plays A. But I also come from that mindset of watching, like when my team got to the league and we played Broadac's first game. Or Miller Lite. To me, it's just, you look back at those moments and you just kind of laugh sometimes. At least I laughed at that stuff back in the day when I was losing my first game at any point. I'm also the guy who lost to Madden by 90 once in his first game ever, too. So, you just take your beatings and it happens. They had the Spartan jerseys there, remember that? The Food Line ones, actually.
Yeah.
Tri-State Spartans and Greencastle Spartans. Who wins? Adam a lot and Jesse in the backfield, Jesse Gentry. And they got Thad. No, wait, they don't got Thad. We'll get Thad to the other Spartans.
Yeah.
Well, Thad was on the last Greencastle team. Yeah, let's just say that's a matchup. Who you got?
Neither one.
Neither?
Ends in 0-0.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Current Warriors versus the Warriors of 5 years ago. You're starting Ryan Rao at quarterback. You got
the Warriors of 5 years ago.
You got Andy Sigler.
Now
you got Brandon McLean.
What's that?
You got you. You got your brother. You got Keith.
I got the Warriors now. 6-1 lead.
How many flagpoles does Ross miss on Tyler in that game?
Not many.
How many does Wes miss?
A whole bunch.
It's gonna be
used to running back, and we were running all that, or sideways.
Well, so if you run sideways enough, eventually they'll get tired.
And
I got Tri-State over Greencastle, by the way. Tri-State's defense prevails. I got Modern Warriors over Past Warriors. You guys have a gutsy effort, but the other guys have a gutsier effort. Tyler throws 4 touchdowns on the Warriors secondary.
I mean, Modern Warriors have beat Modern and Modern Top Gun.
Very good. You got Will Dayhoff at safety. You just nodded your head. You didn't say anything. I like it.
He also played wide receiver back in the day.
There you go. Program of 17 versus Demons. Who you got?
On the team back in the day.
Did he?
What you got?
Program of 2017 versus the Demons. This is Ian Fisher program with Polo. In the back running 2 quarterback attack.
I was just saying, who you put on what team?
They're matching up against their modern selves now too.
Oh my.
It's a multiverse scenario, Ross. Come on, follow along with it. I'm just saying stuff. I got Demons.
I got program.
You think Ian puts up the points?
Hell, bro.
Wow, you're terrible. You're terrible.
As a matter of fact, nope.
Demon time.
Yeah, I think I got Demons in that one. Who's that QB for Demons though? Clancy or Parker?
They probably run 2 quarterbacks just to look to try.
Oh my god.
Hey, it can work. You just gotta try it.
Yeah, I got Demons. Let me change my vote.
Chaos versus Scotty Scott and Ruckus of 5 years ago.
Ruckus of 5 years ago.
I got that too.
They found a way to win.
Yeah, Scotty and Scunnion were a good team.
They found a way to win,
that's a good ass team.
Yeah, don't play with them. They found a way to win.
Yeah, I think they beat Chaos. Top Gun of 5 years ago versus Top Gun now.
Top Gun 5 years ago.
I can see that.
Easily.
Ricky will have a gutsy effort against the other team.
Easily.
All right. What else we got? Hypotheticals.
Easily. That Brunswick influence ain't no good, bro. I've been trying to tell people that.
You're such a hater.
I've been a hater of Brunswick.
This is why people are mad at you.
They have known
You're
that.
such a hater.
They have known that for years. Brunswick hated me before I hated Brunswick.
Uh-huh.
Just saying. Who else you got?
Killer Bees versus Too Much Talent.
What kind of matchup is that?
Nah,
We're going
man,
Top Gun versus Top Gun. What the fuck?
What?
TMT versus Killer Bee?
Who's a better comparison? to Killer
TMT
Bees?
every day.
Okay, you know,
All
it's
day.
TJ versus TJ.
I know. TJ back then was better.
But
Oh
this-
boy, he's about to blow my mess.
But the Shake and Mitchell come into play.
TMT all day.
TNT, okay. They got Q too, and Cannon.
Chuck Boyd.
Well, no, Chuck's not there yet. This is pre-Chuck and pre-Boom. This is TJ and Jacob Mitchell. Yeah, and you had Q and Cannon. You still got a pretty good offense there. Yeah.
I'm not going to change my season no matter what you say.
Okay. Misfits
Whatever
versus
kind of weird ass comparison you just made.
Misfits versus Red Knights.
Misfits of today
Yeah.
versus the Red Knights of yesterday.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let you go first. No.
It could be a really interesting chess match
Good.
because I go back and I watched that Knights film.
I will say, Larry,
You're gonna have
Larry versus Larry.
Larry
You
versus
get
Larry
the-
is gonna be
you
the
get
best
the
matchup
same
by
Larry.
far. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a great matchup
That
there.
would be a dope ass matchup.
Larry is 17, I think.
I'm gonna go with.
But I think
this
if it's
here.
Larry 17 versus Larry 22 on defense, I
I'm
think
going
Larry
with
17 wins. But Larry 22 would know how to guard his younger self, technically speaking.
Yeah.
But Larry 17 might also burn him.
Make the
future
wildest catch you ever
Yeah,
seen in your fucking life.
I want to see that.
I'm gonna go Misfits.
I think it's Misfits in a close competitive game if they were to play each other. Yeah. Tay throws a touchdown in the game-winning drive.
TK. It's a tight end. Fucking Tay.
Tay's playing tight end for the Red
Tay
Knights in
used
this
to make
other
some
one.
of the wildest pitches during the middle of the game, and he every time it was back, they were known for that.
I got bonus games. X-Dogs 2017 versus X-Dogs today.
Ooh. Yeah, you should already dropped that one.
Well, that's the bonus one. We're going to the camp film.
That's a good one, though.
That's a hell of a good game.
You got Colby and
Eisenberg versus Eisenberg.
Eisenberg today versus Eisenberg yesterday.
You got Baum on that 17 squad too.
Still, you
Good
got
interior
Brady.
matchup. Who guards Baum on the current X-Dogs team?
Cole.
Do you really put your number one corner on Baum on the inside and leave open Riley on the outside and leave open other guys
You
back
sure
there?
already dropped. That's what I'm saying. You sure already
Yeah, you
dropped
should.
this one.
I'm about to say, yeah.
This is one of the most interesting matches.
Yeah, because I think X-Dogs 17 has a better interior game in terms of passing than X-Dogs 22.
I got time myself in
But X-Dogs 22, I think, has a better secondary.
like
But I think X-Dogs
Touchdown,
17 is a better line altogether.
a touchdown and a field goal.
I think it'd be a tight game. It comes out to the very end. Matt Eisenberg gets a game-winning drive either way.
Brady did it.
Brady lines up on Brady.
Yeah. That's the matchup. Brady now versus Brady then.
Oh, they also have
I think
Kenzer.
Brady
Hold on,
now
they got
wins.
Kenzer on that 17 squad too with Judd too. So you got the three of them there in 17 still.
It's skinny Judd.
And they're going up against the modern X-Dogs in live. So I think that's an interesting matchup. What else we got?
Yeah, I got modern X-Dogs winning.
Do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Other bonus game I got.
Just because of Cole.
What?
Just because of Cole.
Facts.
He's a game changer, bro.
Suicide Squad.
It's a very young Coley versus old Coley nowadays. Suicide, who is even on that team?
A bunch of YAFFL guys and what's up to the Spartans / Outlaws. What's up, Tyler?
All right.
I am Blaze.
What's up, Kicker Kyle? Kicker Kyle.
What else I got?
That's my dog. Two of my dogs right there. Tyler and the kicker. QB and the kicker. Right there.
Suicide Squad versus the Brunswick Assassins, year one.
Do what?
I'm just pulling straws at this point.
Yeah.
Any chaos players not fucking with a team need to change the scenery, hit me up. If you need to change the scenery, hit up Tyler Spencer. Warriors need players, drive.
That was a beautiful play right there.
Yep.
Who you got, Warriors versus Chaos right now?
I got
If
Warriors.
that game was tomorrow.
I got Warriors. Tyler
Yeah,
balls
me too.
out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call Tyler like every time. Like they got Tyler. You guys got Tyler. That's all you do. Telling you, he's gonna win shit.
He knows how to do it.
I know.
He's one of the most decorated athletes of all time.
If Tyler wins
Most
shit
flag
as a
football
quarterback, is there no debate at this point he belongs in the Hall of Fame? If he wins as the
league. I
quarterback
don't think
of the
there should
Warriors,
be. I don't think there should be a debate, even if he doesn't.
well, some
does
guys
not.
might say, you know, he didn't do what guys back in the 70s
How many
or 80s
shits he
did.
got?
Tyler,
70s and 80s, ain't nobody talking about that. All right, so let's do this. What was it? Hammers versus
Hannikins.
Hannikins versus Hammers.
Yeah, what about it?
Was. See, nobody gives a fuck about back then.
Nah, there's guys in the league who actually were around back
No.
then. Yeah.
Back to the main point.
You're a bully.
There shouldn't be. I'm not a bully.
Those are iconic teams, sir.
Just calls that a seat. Prior to about what? Let's call it 2014.
Now Tyler belongs regardless, like in my opinion. Like, but this like adds on to the legacy if he wins the quarterback in his first season as a full-time starter. But it's gonna be tough. Misfits and Demons will be stacked. It's gonna come down to smart football IQ and just simply doing what you have to do to win. It's gonna be fun to watch the rest of this season unfold. We've had a lot of fun these last few years. I'm tired as hell. I guess I'll be out there at 8 a.m. Will I? Yeah,
I
we'll
will
see.
not be.
Ross Collins will be lined up right there along the fence line. He's selling drinks and flags and food and
Got ankle braces.
ankle braces, and he's got a whole bunch of stuff in this garage. He's got sheds coming.
I do sell
You want to sell some sheds from him? He'll sell you a shed right there on the field. You can pick it up in your truck or bed or whatever.
I can't do all that unless you want one that's off the lot.
Yeah, I know. I'm done. Bye, guys.